Hello to all you beautiful souls and welcome back to Colormetruth Tarot. Today I have a new Timeless Tarot pick a card and it is on your past life. So we're going to be looking at who you were in your past life, possibly what you did. We're going to look at the bigger meaning or bigger purpose for this past life. What was the purpose of this life that you experienced in your past? And then we'll see how it's impacting you now, or what you can take from your past in your current incarnation now. As always, these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All my personal information is in the description box below, so if you're interested in a personal reading or a Reiki healing session, just find my information in the description box. And also, guys, I'd like to apologize beforehand. If you hear a lot of cars going by, I just live in a noisy neighborhood, so excuse that. We have 3 piles in front of us. This is pile 1 with green adventuring. This is pile 2 with raw clear quartz. And this is pile 3 with a polished selenite moon. Okay, so please get centered, take your 3 deep grounding breaths, and tap into your own intuition and pick the pile or the crystal you feel most drawn to. I'm going to start with pile 1. Hello to the beautiful souls who chose pile 1 with this green adventuring pendant. We're going to see who you were in a past life, what was the purpose of this past life, as well as how it's impacting you now, or what lesson you can learn from that past life and use in your current life now. Okay. So who were you in a past life? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Magician. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. And we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. I don't know why, but for some reason the word worker keeps coming up to my mind. So you're some type of a worker. I definitely feel with the Magician card, you were involved in something spiritual. You were involved in something occult, something hidden. I think with whatever you were doing, you were making a lot of money. You were definitely a hard worker, and money was something that was very important for you, for your livelihood. I kind of feel as well that you may have had a family in your past life, and so, and you may have been the sole provider, and so you were very concerned about having enough for your family, you know, and for your kids, to make sure that they were okay, that everybody had enough to eat. Whatever you worked in, you were you held either a high position, or you were, you know, you were very well respected in your field, whatever it was. I'm seeing you either as, if not the owner of your own business, you were somebody who was the second in command to the owner. You were somebody who was very, very well respected in whatever you were doing. Let's see, who were you in a past life? With the Page of Wands in reverse, I don't think there was a lot of adventure in your life. I think you really kind of worked, as we would think it, the 9 to 5 on a daily basis, and you were doing that grind every single day. Again, I'm getting a very serious energy here. You were somebody who, like, especially with the 8 of Cups, this is making me feel somebody who it's not that you didn't enjoy life, but you didn't really get to fill your cup as much as other people. You didn't get to have as many adventures and live life as free as others because of your responsibilities. I just feel like you were somebody who had a lot of responsibilities. You had a family you had to take care of, and you couldn't just throw everything away and have your adventure and live life to the fullest and you know, see the world and experience and explore. You couldn't do that because of these responsibilities. Because you had to take money, not take money, because you had to make money, you had to take care of people who depended on you. I'm seeing you as somebody who had a lot of dependence, and you supported a lot of people. If it wasn't for you, a lot of people wouldn't have made it, they wouldn't have survived. So you were very, very important. And with the 7 of Swords in reverse, I'm almost getting this energy of like, you were somebody who was really well respected. People really looked up to you. They admired you. Even I'm getting this energy of they could have adored you. So there was nobody looking to cheat you, nobody looking to take advantage of you, nothing like that. You were a really respected person, and you gave respect and you got it right back from other people. So this shady energy didn't really exist. You know, you were really well liked by the people you were surrounded by. I'm also getting, for some reason, that you lived in a small town, but you were a notable figure. You were somebody who was known. I just keep getting this feeling of you were somebody important, and you were working all the time. You were well known, well respected. You had your own practice, or you know, you were that second person in command and everybody knew you within the business. You were that right-hand person that everyone would go to. You had a good personality. People liked you. Just all around a good person, a genuine person. But yeah, you didn't really get to follow, I'm getting like you didn't get to follow your dreams or follow your heart or explore or travel or really live life to the fullest and enjoy life because of the responsibilities you had. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys in a past life. Now let's see, what was the purpose of this past life? What was the reason for this? So we have grounding, and we have Vesica pieces. Okay. I feel like because of your lifestyle, you were a very grounded person. You became a very grounded person. You became a person who was very practical, who was to the earth, who wasn't, chasing after flighty dreams, right? Who wasn't following every little whim, every little thing their heart wanted to do. So it made you a very, very grounded person. It made you quite a serious person. It made you somebody who was dependable, who was reliable. You really garnered these characteristics as being somebody who would be there and who would stay. There was just this energy about you of somebody who kept their word, kept their promise, wouldn't leave the next day, right? Wouldn't forsake their responsibilities. You could be trusted. So the purpose of this life is probably to really enhance these qualities of what it means to be practical, what it means to keep your word, what it means to be trustworthy, to develop these characteristics, to be someone who doesn't neglect those who are dependent upon them, who does the right thing. And let's see what the Vesica Pieces card. What was the purpose of this life? I also feel with this card, it was for you to look deeper within yourself. There's just something about the heart within this within these two circles. I feel like this was really making you come deeper and deeper within yourself in a sense, right? Because you weren't having so much external experiences, you had to really delve within your own world. You might have had a really great imagination, just because you couldn't experience things on a physical sense. You know, you weren't traveling, you weren't seeing the world. So you were having maybe these very imaginative daydreams within yourself after a day of work. When you're by yourself, it was something that you like to do. So again, I think this really made you more self-reflective, more contemplative. It really brought you more into yourself and connected you more to your heart and your spirit. Because as I mentioned earlier, something with this Magician card feels like you were into spirituality, or you identified as somebody who maybe wasn't religious but was connected to nature, or just open to energy, you know, more than kind of religion and dogma and stuff like that. And then let's see how this is impacting your life now, or what you can learn from this life to bring into your current life. Okay, so we get positive movement forward in reverse, moving on in reverse, and intuition. Okay. Alright, so for you guys, I'm almost feeling, because we have both the moving on card and the positive movement forward card in reverse, that maybe you guys are still in this energy. You're not moving forward. You're holding yourself back from going to what you want to do, from following your heart's passions, from taking that risk, taking that leap of faith. And with the intuition card, it's so clear to me that your soul, your heart wants to do something, maybe something very radical, something very different, something kind of scary, right? Something kind of out there, maybe, that you've never done before, that your family would probably think is crazy. But your intuition is telling you that this is what you need to do. This is what's gonna set your heart on fire. This is what's gonna bring life into your life, bring fulfillment into your life. And I think you, deep down, you know that. And yeah, it's scary. Yeah, it's the unknown, right? You don't know what's gonna happen, but you've already experienced a life in your past where you didn't follow your passion, where you had to work every single day making money, kind of being stressed about that because of your responsibilities. This is the life for you to move forward. What you learn from that life is, yes, I am reliable, I am trustworthy, I'm taking care of my responsibilities, but it's my turn now. I deserve to follow my passion. I deserve to follow my heart. I deserve to follow what I feel I'm being called to, what my intuition is guiding me to. Because there's a whole adventure waiting out there for you guys. There's a whole adventure, a whole new life. But you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone and move forward, right? Take that positive movement forward. Because look, here we have the sun. The sun representing positivity, joy, blessings. It's right here. It's right in front of you. All you have to do is keep moving forward. Right? Because you guys have learned the lesson of what it is to be grounded, what it is to connect to yourself on a deeper level. You've learned what it is to tune inward, what it is to be stable, to be practical. And now it's time for you to do the opposite. This past life is really serving as a reminder that you've been kind of stuck in that, you know, in doing the practical thing, and now it's time to do the radical thing. Now it's time to do the different thing. Now it's time to do what you love to do. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just really want you guys to feel inspired and motivated and know that you can go after your passion. Know that you can go after what you want to do. It is possible. Everything is possible. And so just believe in yourself. I mean, with the Page of Wands here in reverse, I just feel like there is a part of you that is bursting to come out, that wants to see the world and travel and do all these things and dream big and go after your dreams. The old you, the old you was, the old you couldn't do this, right? Because of responsibilities or even doubts that you could do it. The old you couldn't do it. But this you, this present you can do it. It's like your second chance. Okay, so that's all I'm getting for your messages, guys. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Tarot Pick a Card. Bye for now. Hello to the beautiful souls who chose pile 2 with this raw, clear quartz crystal. Let's see who you were in a past life and possibly what you did, as well as the bigger purpose of that life, and then how it's impacting you today. Okay, wow. So we have the 10 of Swords. We have Temperance. We have the High Priestess, 8 of Swords, a lot of sword energy, interesting, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm feeling your past life was very unfair to you guys. I just feel like, I don't know, like you have, especially with this Temperance and High Priestess card, you had so much potential, so much to be able to do, to give, especially creatively. Like, I don't know if many of you guys are creatives that are watching this, maybe you're artists of some kind, but there's just a lot of creativity. There was a lot of potential for you to be very great in this life, but for some reason, it didn't work out. Either you were taken advantage of, or it was self-doubt, maybe because of the swords here, and that always represents for me the mind, our own mind, and our own negative thinking and doubts and worries. And so because we have 2 swords cards here, I just feel like you were stuck, like you didn't reach your potential, you didn't reach what could have been for you guys. And especially with the King of Pentacles in reverse, not only did you not reach, the level of success that you could have, but you didn't reach the sense of authority and power that you could have been, the type of person you could have been. Hopefully I'm making sense. You didn't achieve this King of Pentacles mentality. The mentality and the character of somebody who knows their capabilities, knows what they can offer, knows their potential, and goes out there into the world and takes it and makes something of their life. It's like you guys almost like you didn't know your true worth. And this could be from yourself or from others, but there was a lack of worth here. Like you didn't see yourself as worthy, you didn't see yourself as capable. But with the High Priestess card, you're very intuitive, and I'm quite sure you're probably still very intuitive. You probably continued that from your past life. Now regarding maybe your work, I think you guys were doing like some type of job where maybe the feeling that I'm getting is you were somebody who was barely noticed. You were somebody who went into work, did what you had to do, possibly hard labor, day after day, barely noticed, and and this didn't do anything for you. As a child, you had such big dreams, you had so much you wanted to do, so much you wanted to uncover and discover, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen for you guys. I'm sorry if this sounds really like sad, but that's just what I'm feeling from these cards. With the Temperance card, I'm almost feeling like even though life was really hard for you, because I'm feeling that, you still tried to persevere and push through, and still tried to find the balance and find the, you know, and really appreciate the good days, even amongst the plentitude of seeming bad ones. You guys were, I don't know, you're just good, so good-hearted, so pure-hearted with that Temperance card. But yeah, I'm almost getting like you may have worked in a factory or something, and you were just one of the many people working, barely noticed, not really recognized, and just going day in and day out. Yet you were so intuitive, you're so creative. You may have even been psychic. Okay, you guys may have even been psychic, but you just, out of fear maybe, you know, doubt that you could even make it a career, you didn't go for it. You didn't do it. You didn't take the risk. But here with the Moon at your feet with this High Priestess card, you're very, very psychic, very, very intuitive. You guys may have all the clairs, or you have the potential to open up all your clairs. Right? Clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience. So that's what I'm getting for your past life. Now let's see, what was the purpose behind this life? Okay, so we have there is only light. Wow, beautiful card. And we have joy. This makes sense to me, right? It's like you had so much darkness in your life. So much darkness in your life, so much negativity. And I almost feel like the purpose of that was to help push you to really radiate your light. Really radiate your joy, your passion out into the world. I'm just feeling, guys, you had, and I can't help but say this, just so much light, so much creativity, so much like abundance of gifts. You were just so talented, but somehow it just didn't, you know, manifest in that way. You know, for me, I'm just feeling like your life was really supposed to be completely different. And with these two cards, the purpose of that life was to live your life, a life of joy. Was to live a life doing what you love to do. Was to live a life no longer succumb to, you know, this negativity. No longer succumb to these, you know, these negative thoughts or negative people or negative situations. That was the purpose of that life. But it's almost like it just didn't happen for you guys. Okay, well, no more sitting in the negativity. Let's see how this is impacting you guys today. Okay, so we have mental conflict. We have the base chakra in reverse. And we have shadow. Okay, so how is this impacting you guys today? I just feel like what you're learning from this life, or what this life was supposed to teach you, was to just really confront your negative thoughts, confront the doubts, confront the limiting beliefs, the negativity head on, right? Confront the shadow aspect, confront the shadow parts of you. Don't be afraid of it. Because it held you back once. It held you back in that past life. It held you stuck. This is your do-over. This is your chance to have the life you're supposed to have the life of joy that you're supposed to have. We have the base chakra in reverse here, the root chakra in reverse. Okay, and for me, the way I'm interpreting this is your life to break free from those same old patterns. This is your life in this present moment to break free from the same old, to follow your joy and to live up to your potential, live up to all the light that you have, all the creativity that you can give to the world. Right? The root is what keeps you grounded. It's what keeps you here. It's what keeps you in those same patterns. It's what keeps you comfortable. This being in reverse is telling me to tell you to no longer want to be comfortable, to go out of your comfort zone and do something different. Do something that's wild and crazy, right? Follow that passion, follow your heart. This is similar to pile 1 as well. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition because it's guiding you guys, and you guys are so intuitive. You already know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm speaking of in this pile. Free yourself is what I'm hearing. Free yourself. You aren't the illusions and delusions and stories of the mind. You aren't. You aren't your shadow, right? You aren't these things that, that keep haunting you or keep coming up and playing in your life. You're the high priestess. And that goes for male or female. High priestess is just somebody who is in their power. Somebody who knows what's best for them and goes after it and doesn't care what anybody else says or anybody else thinks. This life is for you to claim your abundance and claim all those things that are meant for you. To not be afraid of your shadow, right? Because there is only light. Nothing can hurt you. You are a spiritual being of light and nothing can hurt you. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm really getting for your message. It's just, in your past life, whatever life that was, the biggest thing that Spirit wanted to bring, to you tonight was that you had all this, potential, but you just didn't go for it. You just didn't do it for whatever reason. And you weren't able to become the King of Pentacles, become this person. And the purpose of that life was for you to live your joy, was for you to express your light. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And in this life, it's to not make the same mistake. It's to not do the same thing. It's time to free yourself, to address those shadows, to address those, that mental conflict, that mental chatter that's in your mind that's telling you maybe you can't do it. Well, I'm telling you, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it. So that's all I'm getting. I'm sorry if this is really preachy, but I just really want to inspire anybody out there because I know it's hard to sometimes follow your passions, but we need people like you to do what you love to do. It's so important and it really does make a difference. Anyway, that's all I'm getting for pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to move on to pile 3. Hello to the beautiful souls who chose pile 3 with this polished selenite moon. Let's see who you were in a past life and possibly maybe what did you do for your work. And then we're going to look at the purpose of this past life and then how this is impacting you now. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords, the the Two of Wands, and the World. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting for you guys for your past life is whoever you were, whatever you did in life, everything you eventually wanted, you got. So, whether this was having a really great career, great family, whatever it was, or even all of it, I just feel like you were somebody who really got everything you wanted, and pretty much all, if not all, aspects of your life were above average. You had a great family life, you had a great career, you had great friendships, you were in good health, everything was working for you, but it didn't start that way. This is how it ends for you guys. With the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords, this was a long journey for you guys to get here. Especially with the Ace of Wands, I don't know why, I'm just feeling like this represents your childhood. Ace of Wands for me usually represents energy, represents creativity, all these new ideas. I just think as a child, with this in reverse, I honestly think you were, like, your childhood was kind of taken away from you guys, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's almost like either you had to work at a really young age, or you were in charge of all your siblings. Maybe if you were part of a big family, there's something here where you didn't have time for yourself. And when this is paired with the Nine of Swords, you were struggling. You were, you just didn't have that carefree childhood that you deserved, where you didn't have to worry about the issues that your parents worried about. Because I'm getting with the Ace of Wands in reverse in this card that your parents' worries were your worries. You were worrying about the bills, you were worrying about, whatever the issue was, and you were making these things your concern. You just had to grow up at a very young age, and it wasn't fair to you. And because of this, you swore to yourself that you were not going to have this life, and you were not going to do this to your future kids. There was a moment that came in either your late teens or early 20s, and you were just like, no, I'm not going to repeat this cycle. You made that decision at such, a young age. And with this Two of Wands here, it's like you were putting your intentions out into the world. You were putting your intention out for yourself that you were going to have a different life, that you knew that you were worth more. You were too smart, too capable, too hardworking, to end up like this, to have a life that wasn't satisfying. You didn't want that. You wanted this. This is what your dream was, and I'm telling you, you guys got it in that past life. You got everything you wanted. You made that decision at a certain period of your time, despite all the negative experiences you've had, to choose better for yourself, to do better for yourself. Rather than looking at the world as something that was external to you and, so big and so intimidating, you put the world in your hands and you said, I'm taking control of my life. I'm taking control of my situation, and I'm taking control of my path. And the universe completely supported you on this. Again, I'm not getting a specific thing for your career, but I'm just getting that your life turned out exactly as you wanted it to, if not better. This is a card of celebration, of completion. Right? You went through this cycle that everyone goes through, at one point or another in life. You went through this cycle of feeling defeated, feeling like you were in a rut and that you were never going to get out of it. And then you made that decision to change your life around. And it took hard work, it took dedication, but you made it. Now let's see what was the purpose of this past life. So we have let go. Wow. This actually makes sense to me because it's like you had to learn how to let go of your past in order to have the future you desire, right? You have to let go. You had to let go of these negative experiences, and you had to be able to detach and separate yourself from them so that they wouldn't impact your future. They wouldn't impact where you were going. This was teaching you, the greater purpose of this was teaching you what it means to let go and be free, and to not be labeled by your past, or to not have your future be dictated by your past. You set yourselves free on your own without anyone's help. Except, of course, spirits. But yeah, you guys were, trailblazers. Doing what wasn't done before. I'm also getting this, I'm also getting the feeling that you guys maybe came from a certain class, right? Maybe a lower class, and you completely did a 180. It's like maybe you were like a little bit below middle class, and then you became, super wealthy or rich. It was that much of a transformation. It was that much of a change. Okay, now let's see how this is impacting your current life. We have the solar plexus chakra, beautiful card. Love begins. Patience in reverse. And power. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So for me, what I'm getting from these cards is this life is pretty much telling you to move forward, to be the powerful boss that you are, and continue striving, continue going for the gold, continue moving toward your success. You guys are go-getters. You guys are leaders. You guys are here to triumph, to succeed, to win, to be victorious. Do not, it's like, do not think you cannot get anything or achieve anything because you did this in your past life. This past life, how it's affecting you in this life is it's affecting you by letting you know that you can achieve this again. You can achieve your success again. You can achieve all that you desire again. This is for you. This is a huge potential for you guys. And honestly, you're the type of people that once you put your mind to something, you go after it. You get what you want. So just continue on your path. And for whatever reason with this Love Begins card, I actually am getting the message that again, this could be just for someone specific out there, but for anyone out there who maybe, because of your past life with your childhood being so hard, I just feel like for those of you who have that kind of a wound of never finding that genuine other person or person you could relate to, this life is giving you that opportunity to find that, to create a beautiful love and a beautiful family with another beautiful soul, to have a wonderful family, to have that almost, I think it's the 10 of Cups. And this is very blessed, as we can see by the rainbow. For any of you guys who have ever felt that there is a special someone or there is a special person out there for you, take this as confirmation. I just feel with this card that this life is telling you to keep your heart open and to know and trust that there is somebody out there for you, and that you guys are going to do beautiful things together and create a wonderful and beautiful family together. And this relationship is going to be blessed, and it's going to flourish and grow like these trees here. And it's going to be so healthy with the color of these leaves. And then we have the Patience card here in reverse. So again, the message is loud and clear. The time is now. Go after what you want. Continue to strive forward. This is your time. It's not the time to sit back and wait and, you know, maybe I'll go in a year, maybe I'll do this in a couple of weeks, or I'll do this in a year, or let me just wait and see how things turn out. No, your time is now. As I said before, tap into that solar plexus energy. You guys are go-getters. Tap into that power. Tap into, you know, that the lion or lioness that you are, and move forward, because everything that you could desire, everything that you want is already yours. You accomplished it in your past life, and you can accomplish it now. And that's what your past life, and that's how your past life is affecting you in this life. It's just reminding you that you have all the power, all the capabilities, all the resources, all the ability to get what you want, as well as to have this beautiful relationship that I also feel is going to be very healing with this water here. It's going to be very healing to your emotions, right? For me, water always represents emotions. So I think this relationship that is coming in for you, or that is meant for you, is really going to help heal things of your past as well. And I don't know why, but if you're somebody who's a little bit more mellowed out, this person's going to be more active and extroverted. And if you're the one who's more social and outgoing, then this person's going to be more mellow and calm and chill. You guys will be like opposites, but you'll come together and create something very, very beautiful. Okay, so that's all I'm getting for your reading, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated and that it was helpful. And I will see you guys in the next tarot pick a card. Bye for now.